Hello, welcome today. This is our first content walkthrough of 2022. So we're going to be trying to build off of our five themes that we laid out in our 2022 primer. Today we're going to be looking at environmental investments using our materiality feature from the past 14 days to really see what kind of investments companies are making in terms of our environmental lens. So we go down here, we see our scorecard. Iberdrola, Eastman Chemical, Exxon. Those are familiar names. Highest impact score though is Reliance Industries from India, which may not be as familiar a name. So that's kind of cool. We have this company Reliance. They're going to be investing $80 billion in green energy projects in Gujarat, uh, in India, and a lot of that is going to be on traditional solar power generation, but they're also going to be investing towards property, plant, and equipment through photovoltaic modules, hydrogen electrolyzers, energy storage. So, some hydrogen components, some infrastructure components as well. That's part of this spending package. Um, we have an MOU with the government, so that builds into our theme of government money interplaying with private aims. We've seen a lot of development for electrification in India over the latter half of 2021. This was mainly through Tata Motors, Tata Industries. To start off 2022, we have another big Indian industrial company with a big capital outlay for electrification and renewables. So that's exciting. They topped our materiality investment list for the past 14 days, and they're really the star of our content for this week. Um, Building off one of our other themes, trying to look for investments into clean technology beyond renewables. So, an interesting one here, Eastman Chemical. They're also investing over $1 billion for a new plastics recycling facility. So it's going to be, they're saying that it'll be the largest plastics recycling facility in the world when it's done. They're targeting having that done within the next 2 to 3 years. So yeah, plastic waste is definitely an area where a lot of companies are trying to do better, and to have companies coming up with post-consumer solutions like this is a tremendous use for funds that goes beyond just renewables and energy. So it's another piece of the puzzle that companies are trying to address, and we're seeing that here with Eastman Chemical. LG Chem has another similar kind of plastics recycling facility in the works that they're building towards. Iberdrola is becoming the largest operator of offshore wind in the U.S. They're through their subsidiary Avangrid Renewables. They're taking over the Martha's Vineyard wind project. You see they've been very busy just in the past day or so. They have more contracts coming in. And it's very telling that some of the largest wind and renewables operators in the U.S. Um, are companies not named Exxon. A lot of the European companies still continue to be the developers and providers for a lot of these renewable projects in the U.S. And to start off 2022, that's pretty similar. Exxon got a little bit of a bump here because they're investing in a biofuels company that's still not completely traditional renewables like solar and wind, but with the shakeup of their board, they are starting to try to diversify and get into some other energy mixes. So we saw that from Exxon this week. There's a lot of a lot of other interesting companies here that may not have gotten as much volume as Reliance and some of these other ones, but with our investment feature now for materiality, we can really surface a lot of interesting stories when there's not as much volume. So going forward, that's something we really would like to lean into. And we can see here now with our topic count, a lot of it is renewable focused, but we did have a fair amount of volume for waste. That's probably the stuff on plastic waste for Eastman Chemical. Um, yeah, that's encompassed a couple of our five themes today with the government interplay, investment beyond renewables, and leaning into our materiality feature. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week with another spotlight.